I remember a particular day I came across a video on the Con website, and what I saw marveled me. I came across these tons of videos. I saw women, it's more like a masturbating video, and they had this kind of instrument. I don't know, but it's an electric something. It could move. The instrument has different pipes, and each of the pipes are very long. It's black in color, and they would literally masturbate with that. This thing would keep going in and in and in, and the way they were doing that, it looks out of normal. Like I felt that no, this is it. I even turned off. I felt just a demonic presence in that thing. And after that day, I went out from that place. I never saw that part of porn again till the day I stopped watching porn. It all started as a teen. I can't really remember the exact time. Growing up with the kind of area I grew up in, I saw peer groups who also spoke about it, and probably they have watched it, and so having the knowledge of actually two people being naked, but you exactly don't know what exactly it would be like. You understand what I mean? Quick disclaimer: this video is not to say that people that groomed me didn't train me well, or they didn't do certain kind of things, but I'm here to say that most African parents tend not to share some certain kind of things to their kids at an early age, which is bad. They might just feel that telling them about what sex is and actually how it is, they feel that they are going to spoil, so they leave it either for them to figure it out themselves. But that's by the way. Back to the story. Very first time my uncle bought a CD cassette. He usually buys movies for us to watch, and so this particular time, there are times he would watch a particular movie and he would lock the door. We are not allowed to come in. I didn't know exactly what he was watching, but then out of my curiosity as a kid, I went to his cupboard one certain day when he was not around, and I took the cassette. I put it in as much I didn't really watch it that day. The NEPA took the light. The letter brought light, which I took it out. Fast forward to when I was in secondary school, we still talk about it when we were in school. I will really use the name MOJI to describe it in this video so that I wouldn't mistakenly put the P while pronouncing corn. We do talk about it, and some people actually watch it, and we thought it's something normal, it's something okay to watch, and I've actually searched online to know if this was okay, and everything online is only saying it's okay to masturbate, to know your body. This is life on the pitch of hell. All those why after seeing it the first time or not that, I didn't have a phone, so it's not something like I had access to. So I lived my life normal. At some certain point, when I was done with school, I used a button phone. If you know this Techno button phone that you use, you can play some certain kind of movies on, movies with low quality. I will search up a MOJI and I will download. It started in 2022. At the time, I just loved watching it, but it was not on a constant thing. In 2022, and then I got an Android phone. That was when everything kicked up. I started consuming MOJI more and more. I would always say to myself, oh, I have control over it. I wouldn't really call it a thing. Like, I never saw it as a problem, and I will watch MOJI and I will masturbate. I knew it wasn't a good thing, but yet I still did it because it was fun to me. I still never saw it as something that was a problem, and that's something I needed help to get out of. And there was this thing about watching it at the time. I started seeing that I'm mostly attracted to lesbian MOJI, having that tendencies of claiming that maybe, oh, I'm a lesbian, stuff like that. But because of the route and the boundaries I gave myself, I said never, that I will never try such. But that tendencies were there. All of a sudden, this thing started taking up my happiness. It's more like now as a happy pill to me. When I'm sad, I will do it. When I'm probably sick and my body is weak, I will do it. I might just be on my phone, going on social media. It will just be like everything becomes so boring. To chat someone, to watch movies, to do any other thing becomes boring. The only thing in my head is to visit concert. It was so bad. It was so bad that I couldn't get out of it. And I still at that time, I still haven't seen a need for help to get out of it. I still felt like I had control over it. It's nothing. And I kept on doing that until, oh God, guys, I don't know what to say. I'm so glad that God saved me, to be honest. At some certain point, I started seeing a need for a stop. My Twitter accounts, they will always, I would always be suggested for such. It's not like I intentionally started watching that on Twitter, but the devil, due to he knows that the kind of thing I consume, he started directing more of it to my timeline. So Twitter was a trigger. And it also made me, whenever I enter Chrome to search something, that's the first site that comes into my head to like search up. And all this thing that I'm saying, nobody knows about it. If not that I repented and have shared it with some people. And to be honest, this killed my confidence. You'll always be fearful of being exposed, and at some point I'll just, being the fact that I'm in a Christian home, I'm scared of God giving anybody that is close to me, that is closer to God, a revelation about such. I will always be scared of being exposed of such evil. So I knew it was bad, but I kept on doing it. I still thank God for my life today. Fast forward to 2024, after getting my phone on April, it still continued, I still kept on doing that until May, which was my baptism day, and I met a friend, and this person helped me, led me to God, and realizing how much God has loved me and how He has cared for me even in the past year. Also being inspired by the person, I decided to give my life to Christ and actually have this relationship with Him. It didn't stop. Even after I had that interest in God, it did continue till like June, and I still let her open up to my friend, and which he really discouraged me about that. I decided to stop it. I went on to my Chrome. I blocked DNS something that blocks all these ads from popping out, all these sexual ads, and block anything sensitive, anything that shows con, you understand, in them. So it's not like I can't open it and still watch, but I really wanted to stop. I started seeing the need to stop, because before I have tried to stop on my own, but at the end of the day I still see myself falling back to it. That was when I really knew that this thing that I've been saying, no, it's not a big deal. It was actually a big deal. It was digging deep into me, and I didn't really know. And after I decided to block all those stuffs, I left Twitter, because I've been back to back on Twitter at the time, growing my page, but the triggers were still there, so I had to leave Twitter for a while. So a lot of people that have asked me, why are you not on Twitter? You have been so long. Where are you? Why did you leave Twitter and all that? It's because of Twitter was my trigger. I deleted every sensitive stickers on WhatsApp. I watched a video made by Apostle Joshua Selman about how to stop sexual immorality, about having someone you're accountable to, studying the word and all those stuff. I watched it and it encouraged me. I kept on going in that path, and I made sure I didn't go back. And again, not because I made sure, but I just leaned on God. I said to God, like, I can't do this on my own. It's not something I can do, and I also need you to be able to get out from this. So to me, from the point from July, I stopped anything sexual immorality in my life. That was, to me, looking out to December, I'm like, can I even survive from July to December, 6 months? It was so hard for me to think about it, but at some point I just feel there's no need to worry. I just depend on God. God is going to do it for me. He's going to rescue me. He's going to give me the grace to see through. So when I got out for 1 month without it, oh God, I was so glad. I was so happy. 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Oh, and we are in 2025 today. It's been 6 good months without porn, masturbation, and premarital sex. Oh my god, it was so much of relief. But then here is the big news. When I gave my life to Christ, when I started getting closer to God, then that was when I knew that this con was digging deep into my spiritual life. Like it was destroying me. That was when the attack from the marine spirit started. Oh, I'm still gonna talk about this later, but I still just have to give you guys the tips of what happened. I started becoming so scared of my dreams, the kind of dreams I had, the kind of attacks from the marine kingdom, the kind of, oh my god, God have mercy. To the extent I was scared of my own dreams. My own dream looked so real. That is when I started understanding statement that said we are spiritual beings having human experience. This statement that they usually say is if Musa did not go to Allah, Allah will go to Musa. I don't know if I said it right. This was when the thing started. I started seeing dreams. Like I have said, con, I don't date you, I don't want to see you again, I don't want to visit those sites. I have set that boundaries to myself, and God has been helping me to get through it. And guess what? They brought it to my dream. Literally, I'll go to bed, I'm seeing con. Tell me, and most of the time either it comes as the one I usually watch, like female con. To be honest with you, these things I see in my dream, I've never watched it before, but they come. And even at the time I was still in it, I still remember when I had some dreams like me being in a space where they actually had con, like they were having the do there. And it's not like I was actually the one having it, but it's more like you are being there, and the atmosphere was just seductive, and you as well is being in the mood in that dream, which was a very bad thing. Like, bro, looking back at it, I'm like, God, thank you for saving me. Then I kept on having these dreams. I would always wake up and pray against it. At a certain point, they stopped showing the con. What started coming was literal someone trying to seduce me into having with her, not a he. I still kept praying. That was when I knew that that thing destroys your life. In as much as I have not seen it, I have seen it. Let my life be a testimony that God saves, that God delivers. Even if you have gone to therapy in order to stop the addiction of all that, to be honest with you, nobody really delivers you spiritually and physically. The only thing that therapists will do for you is to speak to you until you stop doing it physically. But spiritually, there is a damage. There is something that they has done to you. If you don't know, these things are ritual that is being put out there, and their spirit being sent out from such a thing. I tell you, the porn industry knows nothing about sex. Did you hear me? The porn industry knows nothing about sex. Sex is something beautiful that God has created between a man and his wife, and it's only between these two. God knows why he put it, because it's a spiritual bond. Like, if you understand what I mean, spiritual bond is a spiritual covenant that when you have, you cannot break out of it unless one of the person involved in this covenant dies, or probably the person gives their life to Christ and God washed them clean with his blood. It's only God that can really wash away the damage they have done in your life. I actually thought this video is going to be a teary video for me, but I'm glad that God helped me and gave me the strength not to tear up. But oh God, I'm so glad that God saved me. Guys, God is real. I'm just telling you today, take it from me. God is real and he loves you. And all these things that the devil have put out and make people see it as is nothing. See con as nothing, masturbating as nothing. It's a dangerous thing that the devil has put out there to destroy souls. Please, I am telling you, the only person that can deliver you from such addictions is God, not therapists. God is the greatest therapist in the world. Because the therapist can only work on the physical, but God will work spiritually, because you are a spiritual being. When you start understanding, you need a spiritual deliverance, not physical. So if you have gone to a therapist and you are able to get out of it, you need God. There's still something holding you with them. You might not know, you might discuss them, but then you still need deliverance from God. Thank God for today. I thank God for salvation, because a lot of things in my life have really changed, and I'm here to speak about the goodness of God in my life and how God loves me and He loves you. I'm glad that God saved me. I'm so glad. I'm glad I am saved. Like, guys, I am saved. I do not merit it. I don't take any credit for that. I don't merit it, but God found me worthy. He found me worthy and He chose me. So that's why I'm here today. I don't care about what people will think or what they will say, but because I know that God has delivered me from such, I'll come here and speak about His goodness. I'll come here to speak about Him and share the gospel and be bold about it and not be ashamed. I don't care what people are going to say. I don't care what they are going to think of me. I'm just here to give Him the glory, because the more I testify, the more I'm free. If God has delivered you and you're watching me, please go out there and testify about it. I never really think or thought that I would actually make this video. I've always postponed it. I didn't have the courage to come out here to talk about it because I'm just scared of what people are going to say. But God has just been encouraging me to do so. I don't know who this video might be for, who it might change their life. But please, stop consuming corn. Stop consuming corn. It's not healthy. It's not good for your spirit being. I thank God for deliverance, and God needs you as well for Him to change you. And let me tell you something, God doesn't need you to be perfect before you come to Him. He doesn't need you to be perfect. He did not come here. He said in His word that He did not come for the righteous, but for the sinners, so that they will be saved. And you and I are sinners, and we need Him. We need Him to be holy. We need Him to make it to heaven. We need Him in our lives, even as we are pushing through life on earth. We need Him. Without Him, we have no place that we are going in this life. Our life will be messed up. Like, literally at this stage, I feel like I am nothing without Christ. God is so good. Just give Him a chance, and He's still knocking at your door. He's still reaching out to you. He needs you, and He loves you. He will change you. I know you might be so filthy. You might have a filthy past. God will deliver you only if you give Him the chance to. If you make up your mind and be intentional about it. Looking at myself today, I don't know that I could be the person you are looking at today. God has saved me. God has saved me, guys. I am saved. I am saved. I am so happy that I'm here speaking about this today. I am so blessed to be speaking about it here. And I'm glad that I've testified about His deliverance upon my life so far, and there is more that He has done that I'm yet to share here. Just thinking, and if you still want to see more of it, please subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. I love you guys so much, but God loves you more. Bye.